Hello, my name is Marcus and welcome to Tabletop Reviews, where today I'm having a look at Dinosaur Tea Party. This is a game from Restoration Game, which of course means it is based off of an older game. I believe this is a game from 1968 or 78, who's called Who's It? And they themselves described that they updated some of the sort of game rules and the gameplay, and of course also removed all of the racy bits. And then they added dinosaurs because dinosaurs. And I agree, dinosaurs. Let's get it to the table, see how it's set up and played. Alright, let's quickly run through the setup of this game here. If we can get the box off. Alright, so these ones you just set to the side. Get out these cards. Each player will get a bag of these right here. It has a color on it, I suppose. Just gonna put some out. It's not very important. And you place out these cards here. I like to place them out in order, but I can see that last time we didn't clean it up properly, so it's not in order. It should be about a 4x5 or something along that line in the grid. My cat is very unhappy. This is not a very nice looking grid, but you get the idea. Then you take these cards right here. You also have these in there. You shuffle them up and you select that. These cards are not supposed to be shuffled in here. No, these are a guide for each player about the questions you can ask. So this is the first one. That's always lies and always says no, and Yorick always switches answers. So let's just put them out so people know. Let's save here up there. Put these ones back on here and just reshuffle it, obviously, otherwise it's far too easy. And then each player, of course, gets a card. This is now the dinosaur you are. Let's just see here. This is Reginald here, and this is Nigel. The game is all about asking questions to figure out who you are. And that's why where you have these little ones. They're formed as tea bags, looking very awesome. And now I'm green player asking purple player, which of course is Reginald. You can see here, this is a guide to all the things that are particular about Reginald. And I'll ask, perhaps I'll start with the room. Are you in purple room? Well, actually no, when I take these chips, it's actually purple player. So let's just look at Nigel and keep the question of purple room. And the answer is no. So I'll take, these are completely mixed in, of course, but the purple room marker right here, you see it's purple. Oh, that's terrible light. Let me just hold on. Let me turn on the light here and see if that helps. I mean, it could be even more terrible with the light. Let's just see. Yeah, no, that did not help. A little bit. You can see it's purple, and on here there's a crossover. So he said no. So, and then it is my turn. If the question was, of course, are you in the green room? I would have to put down my green room marker, which you can't see, but it's fine, on the yes side. And my opponent would get to continue asking questions. Now, if you were 4 players, for example, he could then go ahead and ask yellow player who's sitting over here, are you in green room? Or so. And the purple player would answer yes or no. So basically the person who's asking the question, as long as he's getting the yes answer, he can continue asking questions. Now, there are these guys. Always says no, switches answers, always lies. 2 of them are very simple. Savior, he always says no. Doesn't matter what you ask him, he says no. You have Tabletop, she always lies. So if you were to ask purple room, she would say yes. Next time you ask orange room, she would say yes. That has legitimately happened to me. I think I was in the green room, and the person asked me, are you in the purple room? Yes, I am. Okay. And well, actually, the first ask, like, are you in the green room? No, I'm not. Are you in the purple room? Yes, I am. Are you in the orange room? Yes, I am. Well, you are, Tabitha, because you are lying. And Yorick, this is the most difficult one. It switches answers. The first question has to be true. Are you in the green room? Yes, I am. Alright. Are you drinking tea? No, I'm not. Are you wearing a bow tie? Are you wearing, I don't know. Are you wearing a hat? Yes, I am. You can see, yes, I am drinking. No, I'm not wearing a hat, but I had to switch it around because I answered yes at the first one. Then I has to say no, and then I has to say yes, and then I has to say no. So I think it's the most difficult one to figure out because the questions are very random. So unless you have some people cancelled out, you can very quickly go ahead and think, oh, perhaps he's Ulysses because he's in the green room, he's not drinking anything, and he's wearing a hat. well, maybe, or Gerald, right, immediately goes to these guys. And then I said yes to wearing a hat, and you can like, are you wearing glasses? No. Oh, it's Gerald, he's not wearing glasses. And then, are you Gerald? And then you of course have to answer correctly. I am not Gerald, no. What? What? And that one you don't have to switch answers. That is always the honest answer. So you can kind of confuse it. You see, I just put up these 3 random questions, and it pointed towards these 2. Right here. I guess I suppose it also pointed towards Nigel a little bit over here. So you know, but it pointed, so yeah, it pointed towards these 3 rather than your quiz. That of course also, of course, be figured out by asking, you know, into orange or purple rooms here, you know. Are you in green room? Yes. Are you in purple room? No. Are you in orange room? Yes. Oh, you're Yorick, you're switching your answers. But it is a very fun little thing just to make it a little bit more difficult. Anyways, if you correctly guess, right, I suppose this player, you are Nigel. Oh yes, I am in fact Nigel. Well, the person who guessed it, let's just say it's this player down here, gets a sugar cube. Then the player over here gets a new card. That's Sebastian. He resets by taking this away, and you continue going. Of course, the person who guessed it gets the sugar cube, and the turn moves on to the next player. And just continue until someone has 3 sugar cubes. It's very simple, there isn't a lot to it. That's basically it. Let's get back to the table. There you go. Some gameplay, it's a very simple game. To be honest, in the gameplay, there isn't much I want to mention. So first off, this thing of you have a secret identity and then you're just asking questions. Somewhat kind of social distortion-ish. I don't know. It's a very simple thing, and we have another game called... What is it called? It's like right here behind me. Perfect Alibi, which is basically the same. There is a rule for a clumpus I haven't read on that one. Maybe I will get that now, because the rule that really makes this game that a little bit better is the 3 little symbols. Always lies, switches answers, always says no or yes or whatever. These few things really where was my thought? These 3 little tiles put out changes it. That's a little bit to make it a lot more fun. It was just guessing around. It's a deduction game, and okay, you're 2 no's and you're 3 yeses, and then I'm just being whoever can arrive at that conclusion in the first, which is not brilliant, I don't think. But those 3 little tiles, changing it up a little bit, making you a little bit question yourself. You're saying this, but are you lying to me? And you said yes, no, yes. Interesting. Maybe you're switching answers or something. It changes it up just that little bit, makes it that little bit just fun. It makes it fun. Not a little bit, it just straight up makes it fun. And not just boring deductions, fucking math in my head. That little bit changes the game completely, I think. And maybe I now regret that I in Perfect Alibi have not read up on those rules about sort of the helpers or whatever. I need to read up on that rule, because it might just about make that game a lot of fun, actually. Component-wise, you have large and small cards, which are perfectly adequate card quality. They're nice, they feel good in the hand. You have the tiles, the cardboard cutout tile, which are the 3 I just talked about. They're good, actually. They're thick and they have a nice look to them. It's a little bit weird. I don't think it quite fits in thematically, the look of it, but then again, this kind of game theme does not matter. And then you have the sugar cubes, which I was very surprised by. They're rounded off, they feel really nice, they really look like sugar cubes. Something was made out of those components, and it's brilliant. And of course the artwork is absolutely amazing. It's lovely, it's silly, it's goofy, and it just portrays everything. And what I really like about it is you have these categories of drinking tea, eating cake, are you wearing a hat, whatever. It's visible on the card as well. You have the symbols to show this is what is going on. It's visible on the card as well. You just look at the card, you get the answer. I love that. It would have been easy to make it different or something, but they make sure that you see the answer. Now some of them can be confusing because both of these somewhat show their teeth, but I don't think the card says showing teeth. So a little bit, but the answer is fairly obvious because the teeth shine in those teeth. So that is brilliant about the artwork. As I say, theme is non-existent in this game. It is about guessing which of these characters you are. These characters are dinosaurs. It's dinosaur, tea, party, her. Theme does not match in this game. So, does it lie to you? Ready. 7 and up, 3 to 5 players, 20-30 minutes. Let's take the easy ones first. If you know this game, I would say 4 players is at the best. We've played quite a bit of 3 and a 4, and we've even tried it 2. Have not tried it at 5, but 4 just feels really, really good. Not a long wait, but it doesn't go quickly enough, right? 2 players, there's a reason they say 3 to 5, I say. 2 players is just back and forth until one of you guesses correctly enough times. 3 players is fine. It might go a little bit around to your turn fast, so not a lot happens, but at 4 players I feel like it's the right amount of waiting time, right? And if you at 4 players know the game well, you can have it over in 20 minutes. It does not have to take 30 minutes. It depends on if you know the game or not. And even if you don't know the game, it's a quick game, easy game. 7 and up. This is where they have the difficulty. And that's the 3 little symbols that to me make this game worth it. Are they a little bit too much for a younger player? I think they might be. So I think you should go a little bit higher, maybe 9, 10 years of age. I think that's where it goes in, with those 3 little symbols. But again, it completely depends on your child. I'm just trying to give you my opinion. So, it does not really lie to you, I don't think. My rating for this game is going to be a 7 out of 10. At some point I'm going to make a video that explains my rating system, but a 7 out of 10, it's a small little card game thing. That's usually where they end up, at 7 out of 10. Not much higher than that. It's difficult to explain why. It's just kind of the cap for these kinds of small, funny card games. I guess that's what's happened when fun is your main mechanic. Yeah, but am I keeping it? Yes, it's staying in the collection. It might stay forever. It might go away at some point. I'll make a video. I don't think I will. But it's a fun little card game. 7 out of 10. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!